Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Actual King Smith, and this is a cryptocurrency video. I call it Crypto King or whatnot because my name is King, even though I am not the Crypto King. So in this video, I made a quick little PowerPoint for my family, essentially. Family members that aren't interested in cryptocurrency but have had questions to me because they know that I invest in cryptocurrency, and I wanted to make a little presentation for them. And then I thought, you know what, let me just put this up on my video. So I'm going to give a quick overview of cryptocurrency explained the way that I would explain it, and make 3 recommendations on cryptocurrencies that I would tell my family members to purchase like ASAP. So, boom, let's get to the PowerPoint here. All right. So, what is crypto? Cryptocurrency is a digital or virtual currency that is secured by cryptography. All right. And it is uh, most of them, I should say, are on a decentralized network that's based off of blockchain technology, which when you hear the word blockchain, just think about a ledger or a database, essentially. All right. That's online, that is transparent, that people can see. One of the main features about cryptocurrency is that they're not issued by a central authority, which helps keeps them theoretically, and I'm doing air quotes, you can't see this, theoretically immune to government interference and manipulation. All right. But why? Why should I care about cryptocurrency and what's in it for me? Simple. All right. It's a digital asset. It is an asset, a digital asset, and it has been extremely volatile, and it can make you some money. Quite simple. It can make you some money. Outside of that, you can also lose a bit of money too if you either get in the market wrong or don't have an idea of the right cryptocurrencies to invest in, essentially. Okay. But the purpose of cryptocurrency, and to answer that specific why, is it promises to make it easier to transfer funds directly between two parties without the need of a third party like a bank or a credit card company, which can charge fees for making those types of exchanges, and pass those fees on to you, the consumer. All right. We're a more global world now, essentially, making it and we have a global economy and everything. So but stuff costs. So how can we make exchanging funds faster and cheaper on a global scale? All right. And one of the other things about cryptocurrency that people value is that it's anonymous. So while the ledger is public, essentially, there's no direct name tied to it. So it makes privacy or whatnot a pretty nice feature, except that it can be tied to some illegal activities such as money laundering and tax evasion. But we're not here for that. All right. We're not here for that. Don't be out here doing illegal things. Now, before we get started, there's a couple of terms that I want to make sure that people that are watching this understand when it comes to cryptocurrency. All right. So when you hear the term liquidity, it's the availability of an asset. Basically, do I have what you are willing to buy? Can I buy it? Or sorry, can I sell it, and can you buy it? How easy is it for you to attain and get that, token or that coin or whatnot? All right. Price volatility, see of an asset rise or fall price over a period of time. Price volatility is measured, just like it says right there in the definition, over a period of time. If it's moving a lot and rapidly, is considered highly volatile. And also, a lot of different market conditions that can make a price's volatility move as fast or as slow over a period of time. Things that are more stable has slow volatilities. Things that are considered less stable has high volatility. All right. You'll hear me talk about the term market capitalization, which is market cap for short. All right. So when you hear total market cap. That is the data for all cryptocurrency. And right now, the total market cap is over 2 trillion. That is the amount of money invested into cryptocurrency on exchanges or whatnot. It's not factoring in, the money used to mine or anything like that. Just the fiat that is invested into cryptocurrency. All right. So when you hear the term large cap, all right, so a large cap is any cryptocurrency that has a market cap greater than 10 billion. And there's only a few of them. And I'm going to show you those. All right. A mid cap cryptocurrency is a cryptocurrency that has a total market cap of anywhere between 1 billion and 10 billion. There's a little bit more mid cap cryptocurrencies than there are large cap cryptocurrencies. And all of the large cap currencies most people have heard from. And I'm going to show you what those are. And then you'll hear the term small cap. All right. Small cap is cryptocurrencies that have a market cap of less than 1 billion. All right. Now, the thing that you're going to need to know between those is this: a large cap cryptocurrency has a lower risk and has a better track record. All right. But I wouldn't expect your money to really, boom and profit off of your invest. I mean, you'll make a profit over time, or it's expected that you can make a profit over time, but you're not going to see, $10 turn into $100,000 in a large cap investment like that. For a mid cap, all right, they carry a bigger upside because there's potential for something to swing that cryptocurrency and gain more dominance into the market. And a lot of the mid caps are priced relatively cheap. At one point, Bitcoin, which is now anywhere between 40 to 50,000, we'll see exactly what it is now. At one point, Bitcoin was less than $2 a coin, and it is now up to, like I said, somewhere between 40 and 50,000 per token right now. That's insane. That is a really good, game if you'd have gotten a way to purchase that coin earlier. All right. Now, small cap cryptocurrencies are can have huge swings, but they're greatly influenced by the market in general. All right. If the market's going well, then those small cap small cap cryptos can have a huge boom and jump fairly large as well. And depending on what the cryptocurrency is, I mean, it can have a huge jump to where it can severely 10x your money easily and make you a happy camper. I want to make sure that my audio was working. All right, audio is working. Cool. Um, And then you'll hear what's called the total supply, or you'll see what's called the total supply and what I'm going to be showing. Now, the total supply is how much of the coin that can be mined or that is in circulation right now. All right. And there's a term called scarcity, which the scarce a product is, the more valuable that product is, or that cryptocurrency. And there's some cryptocurrencies that are about to hit their limited supply, and I'm also going to highlight those as well. All right. So there's so many cryptocurrencies, King. So many. What should I get? All right. You'll hear people talk about Bitcoin all day. Bitcoin is the crypto king at the moment. It dominates the market. There's a crap ton of it. And I'm going to show you a website here that I use whenever I'm trying to do research. So this is coinmarketcap.com. All right. CoinMarketCap. And let me take this border off. CoinMarketCap lists all the cryptocurrencies, the exchanges that they're on, NFTs, which is what I'm trying to get into now and learn a little bit more about. You could load up your portfolio here, which I've done if I were to log in. I'm not going to show that. At one point, I talked about showing my portfolio just so that I could give people more confidence. But then I've gotten some feedback from other people that say you don't want to do that. So I'm not going to be sharing my portfolio. But there is a guy that did share his portfolio, and I think I've got that pulled up to where I'm going to show what this one person has done with his portfolio. It's kind of a challenge, if you will. I thought it was dope. All right, but if you take a look, like I said earlier, the total market cap for cryptocurrency is over $2 trillion. Bitcoin is the big boy in it, in that it has a 44% dominance of the crypto market. All right. And when you look at the market cap for crypto, that's $887 billion. All right. And its circulating supply is almost at its max supply, if you will. All right. And that can be good. So when you hear some of the price analysts talk about the price getting up to six figures, I mean, if you were able to buy at the full price one token of Bitcoin or whatnot, and this thing can gain, 53,000 in a couple of months, by the end of 2021, which I'm not sure if that's going to happen. The last bull run that started in most recent years started at about August or September of 2020, and it went through. It was either March or May of this year, and that's when I got into it. I got into it right before stuff skyrocketed and made a pretty decent penny. It helped me out a lot. But I'm not going to be recommending Bitcoin to my family members that want to invest into cryptocurrency. I'm not even going to be recommending Ethereum, which I'd say it's definitely good to have. You don't have to purchase a whole token. Some of the exchanges that I'm going to recommend will allow you to be able to buy fractional, amounts of a token. But it's definitely a way to build up your, portfolio by buying fractional amounts. I'm going to be making 3 recommendations on lower price cryptocurrencies. One of them that's on the screen now, and one of them that's definitely a large cap crypto. But I think that the gains that this can have is phenomenal. So let's get back to the PowerPoint. All right. So, like I said, what should I buy? I'm going to recommend buying the ADA token that's on the Cardano platform. And I'm going to recommend you buy it on Coinbase or Webull. All right. And I'll talk about those two later on, Coinbase and Webull. It's like my last slide, I want to say. All right. So, what is ADA? What is Cardano? All right. And this is what the use case is for: to build a flexible, sustainable, scalable blockchain platform for running smart contracts. What are smart contracts, King? I'm glad you asked. Smart contracts are an automated way of working a digital agreement. All right. No middleman. This happens. This happens. It executes. Everybody gets their thing and going about their merry way happy. You save time. You save money. And it's fully automated and still, transparent and all of that stuff. All right. It's supposed to change the game, if you will, because it's more efficient and faster. I mean, speed's the name of the game here. Speed, accuracy, transparency. If you can do all of that stuff and do it well, then you've got yourself something. So that's what the cryptocurrency Cardano and the token on that 88 aims to do. All right. And it's number 3 in market cap. You guys saw that earlier on coinmarketcap.com. It is number 3 by market cap. But look how far it is behind Ethereum and Bitcoin. Bitcoin 44%, that's insane. All right. And Ethereum's right behind it at 82%. And then you got Cardano right behind that. It's getting up there to where it's getting close to its circulating supply. And Cardano doesn't really, how do I say this? There's projects that Cardano aims at doing, but it hasn't really launched anything yet. All right. But the smart contract is going to be a game changer. If it can improve the scalability of some of the stuff that it's working on, it'll be a game changer as well. Because I'll tell you this, Ethereum, they better work quickly. Ethereum's been one of the big boys for a while because of um, the proof of, what was it? Proof of stake. proof of work. No, it was proof of stake, and now it's moving over to proof of work. I might have said that backwards. That part wasn't planned. Somebody in the comments correct me if I'm wrong. But back to Cardano. All right. To do it trades in high volumes. All right. So you shouldn't have to worry about buying it or selling it and being able to convert it to whatever currency that you own. All right. For most of us in the US, since I'm recommending this to my you can easily get on and buy it, like I said, on Coinbase and Webull. And when it comes time to sell, you say, hey, I want to sell and put the money back into my account. It's one of those that I'm not going to have to worry about it. All right. Now, for it to be a large cap fund, all right, or a large cap cryptocurrency, my bad, I keep saying fund. It is still fairly volatile, but it has seen some rises over the last couple of days because of what I talked about. It about to launch the smart contracts here in September. So let's take a look. When you take a look at price, let's just go last 7 days. All right. So it's been right at around 250 to 264 a while now. But when you go back a month ago, all right, at the end of July, it was $1.28 per token essentially, and it is almost. I mean, it's gained over $1 and what's that? $1.40 some cent per token in a month. If you go back a little bit further than that, like right before the crash, let's go back a year. What was Ethereum? January of 21, it was 33 cents. Over $2 now. I mean, if you could have gotten in early on that, and just hell, yeah, and your portfolio is smiling right now. All right. I think Cardano can still grow. It's got other upgrades to its platform that can help it see smart gains. Oh, the reason why I'm saying by now, the smart contracts are set to launch September of this year. So this video is being live streamed August 26th of 2021. Let's come back after the smart contracts launch to see how that price action affects Cardano. All right. When I go over here to the next slide, the next one that I'm going to recommend is Ripple. Now, Ripple is a lot harder to purchase because of a lawsuit right now, and talk about that. All right. So Ripple, all right, Ripple or XRP is the cryptocurrency, which is on the Ripple platform. It is a payment technology that was released several years ago that banks use now. All right, and it's intended to make international money transfers faster, cheaper, and easier. I'm talking like this, and it don't cost a lot. You know, cost and price is the name of the game. All right, it's number 6 in market cap right now, and it's transaction confirmations that's listed on its ledger on the blockchain. I don't think it uses blockchain technology, but it's ledger. All right, uh, it's a whole lot faster and cheaper than Bitcoin. And when I say a whole lot faster, Ripple literally sending from one platform to another. I've sent $500. This is just an example. I've sent $500, and it cost me like a few cents to be able to do it. And I received it because it got validated. All right, because there's still that it needs to be validated, if you will. And it was validated and transferred and sent within like I don't know 5 seconds. Stupid fast. All right. Now that was a small amount. I don't know how much larger amounts would take, or as far as cost and speed. But I've sent 500 in Bitcoin, and the fees to do that were ridiculous and took a whole lot longer. Like I sent $500 one time, and it cost me about $50 to do it, and maybe 30 minutes because of the network and the congestion, the availability of miners that can validate and confirm stuff. So that's why Ripple is starting to see some traction. Now, it took a huge dive back in the fourth quarter of 2020 because of what I have highlighted in the red here. All right. At the end of 2020, the SEC filed a lawsuit against Ripple, saying that because of some of the actions and stuff that they were doing, that they should have been registered as a security. All right. XRP is saying otherwise. I'm sorry, Ripple, the company, is saying otherwise. All right. But a lot of exchanges, because of the SEC filing and where it's at in courts, decided to delist it to where you couldn't make any trades until the SEC stuff got resolved. All right. But even with that happening, take a look at what happened to XRP. Even with that happening, XRP didn't really move a lot. All right. It's still six in market cap. All right. And when you take a look at it closer, let's see what's happened over the last. Let's just go back 1 year and take. All right. So a year ago, 27 cents per token. At its max in what's this, April of 2021, it got up to $1.83. And that kind of correlates to some favorable news that came out of the SEC ruling and what's happening in the court. Now it's gone down. There was a big cryptocurrency crash around May of this year with all cryptocurrencies. All right. And it kind of just like the stock moves. I mean, it's a the market. There's going to be ups and downs, but it's been slowly climbing up. And part of this slow climb back up has been a lot of favorable news that's coming out of this SEC ruling. So I can only imagine that things end up being favorable for it could move up and gain or beat the Binance coin here, BNB. It could. Tether is an interesting case in that it's a stable coin back to the dollar. But if you look at where Tether's sitting at right now at 65 trillion, I don't see this dropping out of the top 5 anytime soon. For XRP to come up, I think the Binance coin would have to come down. Tether's going to always stay up by 5. 1 and 2 is always going to be Bitcoin and Ethereum. There's talk about Ethereum flipping and becoming the top coin by market cap. But look how much it has to gain in order to do that. But if it does, and you own any kind of Ethereum, you're going to see massive gains and be happy that you at least invested into it, even though I didn't recommend it for my family that's going to be watching this. All right. So that's my case for XRP. Buy it, hold it, keep buying it. You can get it on Kucoin. Kucoin is a little bit different beast, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on. All right, my third one, and this is a purely speculative buy, but oh my goodness, if it does end up making some gains in a couple of years, because this isn't going to be like tomorrow, next week, or anything like that. This is a buy, hold, or keep investing while the price is currently where it's at. All right, so Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu is in the vein of Dogecoin, which is like a meme coin, if you will. Whereas Dogecoin doesn't really have a use case. Like, it doesn't really do anything. Well, it does something. It runs off of the Ethereum network, and it's a proof of stake type coin as well. So it does validate like some of this other stuff. All right. But when you take a look at where Doge is at, Doge is a top 10 cryptocurrency at 35 trillion. And I can't really fully explain why. All right. At one point, Dogecoin was under a cent. Let's go back and see when that was. If you go back to Doge's rise, if you will, it was about 5 cents at the beginning of this year, and then it jumped to, I think, 70, yes, 68 at its highest, and then it crashed when the cryptocurrency market crashed as well. But it's been staying right here around 25 to 30 cents. At one point, it was less than a cent just in October of last year. There are people that became millionaires because they dumped a couple of thousand into Dogecoin, and then cashed out when it got right here. If you were ballsy enough to do that, bravo, congratulations. This thing stayed under a cent until right after the new year, January of 2021, and then boop, 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 boop. The sentiment on it is that people thought that it would never gain a cent. Oh man, Dogecoin don't do anything. It'll never gain. All right. My case for Shiba Inu is this. All right. It came out and marketed itself as a fully driven crypto community. All right. On the Ethereum blockchain. At one point, when it initially launched and you could buy it on various platforms, it was a top 30 cryptocurrency. It has since slipped all the way down to 45, and there's different of opinion in the community about whether it's worth it or not. In my opinion, I'm still buying and holding, and I think that it'll be a really good long term uh, project for cryptocurrency and for the early investors. All right, some of these other exchanges like Binance that has Binance Coin and Uniswap and all of this other stuff, when they initially launched and they had their native token or whatnot, it was extremely cheap. Now they're all well over $1. All right, but they've been out there longer. They trade and have a little bit more volume than Shiba Inu does. But Shiba Inu just a couple of months ago, not even 2 months ago, launched Shiba Swap. All right, and that's a decentralized exchange used to trade tokens. My only issue with Shiba Swap right now, since it's on the Ethereum network, sometimes when you execute a trade, all right, you have to pay what's called gas fees, and gas fees are what you pay the miners to validate a transaction. If there's a lot of movement going on, all right, a lot of demand and tokens and things being traded, those gas fees can be high if there's not enough miners out there to validate. That can be a problem for me. All right, you don't have to worry about gas fees if you're buying them on if you're buying the token Shiba Inu or SHIB on Webull or something like the Crypto.com app, which I recommend those because they're take $10 and buy $10 worth, minor trade platforms and get amount of whatever token it is that I'm trying to buy on those platforms. The decentralized exchange like Shiba Swap, Uniswap, they don't necessarily work that way. All right. So, like I said, this is a purely speculative purchase, in my opinion. But as of today, it's a mid cap crypto, all right, that is well under a cent. And I have this price listed here. As of me putting it together, because the price kind of changed since I started the recording, about $200 worth can get you 28 million tokens of this cryptocurrency. Imagine if that gets to a cent. Imagine if it got to $1. All right, that's $28 million. That people are saying don't happen. However, take a look at what Doge did. That's all I'm saying. If this thing even gets close to a penny with the amount that I have now, I'm going to be wiping my butt with the bills. Plain and simple. All right. Doge was launched in 2013, and it was meant to be a meme, token, right? All right. A meme cryptocurrency, because there was all these different crypto. People had heard of Bitcoin, yeah, Ethereum, all these other cryptocurrencies. But then you had, somebody that decided to create and launch Doge, but it has since built a strong community behind it. And in certain places, you can purchase things with your Dogecoin. All right. So it has some value to it. It still doesn't have what Shiba is planning on doing, where Shiba plans to launch its own blockchain. All right. It just got its decentralized exchange Shiba Swap up this year. They partner with Amazon Smile, which is like Amazon's nonprofit area where you can do, heartfelt things or whatever, and you can rescue Shiba dogs by donating some of your through Amazon Smile. And there's plans on NFTs and all this other stuff that you hear about in the crypto space. And I think that if the community stay with it, there's been some issues that people are talking about in their Discord community and on Reddit that have been some major issues that I think that they need to come out and address because the community started to wane a bit. I'm still with it, but the community is starting to wane a bit. All right. Um, and I put here read that while it has its sights set on some big plans in the future, being labeled a meme coin can't hamper its. All right. Now, when I say where to trade, where can you go and buy this stuff? After you've been listening to me talk about cryptocurrency for 30 minutes, you know, where can you go buy this stuff at? So one place that you can get some of the coins, and I put where you can buy the specific ones at, is Webull. Webull offers trading of stock, exchange traded funds, the whole deal. It's a very nice trading platform, but they just offer cryptocurrency as well. They have a limited amount of cryptocurrency you can buy, but it is fantastic. You can get Cardano there. You can get Bitcoin, Ethereum, and there's like, I don't know, 8 others as of right now. But Shiba is planning on being listed on Webull, which is amazing considering that it just came out like this year. And there's other cryptocurrencies that aren't even listed on Webull. It'll be one of, I think, 10 or 12 that you can trade and purchase on Webull, which is fantastic. I'm going to have a referral link. If you've never used Webull before, fam, use my referral link and then either forward my referral link to people or you send your referral link after you've used my referral link so that you and the person can gain something off that. All right. The other one is Coinbase. Coinbase has a lot more cryptocurrency. Matter of fact, Coinbase only does cryptocurrency trading. All right. It's one of the easiest, simplest exchanges to use. It's more centralized than like Shiba Swap is, but it's easy. If I want to say I want to take $100 and go buy Ethereum, I can take my $100 minus the fees and go buy Ethereum. It's that simple. Wham, bam, verify. Thank you, ma'am. All right. So I have a referral link for Coinbase as well. Fam, if you don't have Coinbase, use my referral link in the description. It's there. I make sure I put it there. Boom. All right. You and I will both get $10 of Bitcoin once you make your first $100 trade. That's a win-win in my situation. The last one that I listed and talked about was Kucoin. Kucoin is complex. I've got another video about how to make a trade using Kucoin because you have to trade in pairs. All right. You can't just simply take $100 and go buy whatever cryptocurrency that you want to buy on Kucoin. All right. But once you understand it, it's nice because they offer a whole boatload of cryptocurrencies. They have what's called crypto lending, so I can take cryptocurrencies that I have and I can lend it out at a rate and earn when somebody pays it back. It's not a lot, but it's also making you money. And the other thing that it has is what's called staking. All right. And when people hear staking, it's like, man, what's staking? Staking is, think of it as lending your cryptocurrency as collateral on proof of stake blockchains. All right. And your lending, your use of that is helping to validate transactions. All right. Why would you do that? Because by you lending it and you loaning it out, you can earn rewards or payment essentially for validating what it was. That's the allure of cryptocurrency, right? Unlike banks, where you put bank, they do whatever they want with money to try to make them money and offer you very low rates for your money. All right. Cryptocurrency is looking to kind of put the power back into the consumer, away from the big banks or whatnot, if you will, and allow you to be able to validate those same transactions and make a little bit more for it. So when you hear about staking, the simplest way it is caring about what your crypto can earn for you, plain and simple. All right. So that's the end of the slide. All right. So let's get off the slide and let's go back to another thing that I want to share real quick. And this is on Reddit. And I apologize because I don't have it up already. But we about to bring this up and make it happen. So there's this guy that decided to create, I can't type. He wanted to show, hey, what if I just bought $100 worth of all of the cryptocurrencies that was listed in the top 20 right here? And hey, the top 20 is since kind of changed, but he listed all the ones that at the start he purchased. All right. And I don't know how long he's going to do this, but I thought this was dope. So as of yesterday, all right, day 50 into his $2,000 crypto investment, this guy has gained $900 off of his cryptocurrency in less than 2 months. All right, with his biggest one earning him as of this snapshot over $100. That is fantastic when you think about what that can do, long term. And a lot of the cryptocurrencies that are in the top 20 right now are in the top 20 for a reason. When you go back, he's had some better days. All right. He has had some better days. He's lost a little bit between day 46 and day 50, but at one point he's gained $1,000 off of his cryptocurrency investment just by simply saying, hey, I don't want to think about which ones I should or shouldn't. Let me just buy let me put $100 in the top 20, just see what happens. He's had some bad days. He has had some bad days, but overall, he even got negative at one point, but that's when the whole market kind of crashed, and you're just going to lose money whenever that happens. Plain and simple. So this is a long video, but there was a lot to cover. Tell me what you thought about the video. I know that there's going to be people that are going to clown me for my Shiba recommendation. There's going to be people that hey, yeah, I would have recommended Ethereum, and there's a whole bunch of different ones. But like I said, if there's three that I would recommend those three as a buy and hold and see what happens, especially Shiba. If you can get in on Shiba and Shiba's able to deliver 5 years from now, Scrooge McDuck money, man. That's all I'm saying. That's the end of my crypto video for today. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. I'll be putting out another crypto video next Thursday where I'm gonna take and buy something on one of the exchanges, either Coinbase, Kucoin. We'll see. All right, that's it. It was a horrible side.